moves, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I can beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out this.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. First play, Mills looking to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action. Mills. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 26. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things.
Williams loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okwuegbunam. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drop. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get a nice chunk there in the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mills. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left, Marlon. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Remember in preseason when we go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Broncos had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Gordon is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's Wilson on the option. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals, all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. He gets this one to Mechie. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
For the 4th consecutive offseason, Houston brought in a possible new starter at running back. The latest acquisition is Marlon Mack from division rival Indianapolis. Remember, 2 seasons starting for the Colts. He averaged 1,000 yards, and he's still only 26 years old. Plenty of carries left in his career.
Justin Simmons up from a safety spot to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, Mills. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On 1st down, Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 on that one.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Hill buys, and he's going to go down again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
This one swung out to Williams. Touchdown! Javonte Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And I've got it right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Now Gordon on first down. It's a room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run it again with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they...
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first down throw for Mills. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side taken in by Collins. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mills now. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Mills going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On second down, Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wilson. He's got his 6'5". Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Albert
Okuwebunam, the intended target.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here comes Cohen. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Wilson.
Finding Williams on the check down. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Broncos! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
Now the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Now Mills.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30. 21 yards, well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city.